Hey guys, welcome back to this Linux course. So in the last session, we saw the types of shells, what is a shell and what is shell scripting. Now let's get started and see how to start off with a shell script, how to create a basic shell script. So okay, the first thing is creating a shell script. You can use any text editor. Here they're using VI and I'm going to use Nano. So it's pretty simple, VI and Nano, as I've already shown you how to edit, how to do everything. We'll see that. So now creating a shell script, vi hello script.sh. So for this particular demo, I'll use vi. So vi hello script.sh, and once you type this and hit enter, you will get a blank screen like this. So like this, it'll look like this because this is where you're going to type in the shell script. Going back, so you can see at the bottom, the use different extension for different shell scripts. For C, use CSH. For con shell, use KSH. For bone again shell, use bash. So it's not the case in it's not the case all the time, but you can enter them. So once you've entered them again, so here you can see they're entering the shebang header. So here shebang header is alerting the system that this is a bone shell, not a bone again shell, because they're using sh, they're not using bash. But here if you would have used bash, you actually don't need to mention this shebang header. It'll automatically assume that yours is a bash script, so you don't need to enter the shebang. But still, it's a good practice to enter the shebang so that the system will understand this particular script is a shell script whenever it is running it. So now so yeah, the shebang header. Then the next step is to type in few commands. We'll type in few commands and then we'll save it and execute it and check. Okay, so now let's get started with it. So I'll open my terminal first. I'll zoom to it. So to zoom without going to view, you will have to hold your control and shift and plus, because in my system basically you can see here view is control plus plus. So normally without hitting shift, if you click on plus, you will get a equal to symbol, not a plus symbol. So hit control, shift is for like, how to say, to trigger the plus key. So that's why. So control shift and hit the plus key and it'll get zoomed in automatically. So now let's get started with shell scripting. So first vim and let's say demo script.bash. Should we type bash? Will it work? Let's see that. I'll just type in pwd and I'll save this. So now let me run this. Let's see if it works or not. Permission denied. So permission denied, command not found. So now let us see. So you can see it does not have execute permissions. That is the reason it is not able to run this particular file. So to provide it execute permissions, I think you would know this, plus X and the file name. So if we look at this right now, it should, yeah, so basically it has execute permissions. That's why it is in green color. So now so now it's running. So as I told you, you don't need to basically enter the shebang file, but it will still work, but it is not a good practice. So let me clear this. Now let us come from the first. Now again, vim demo2.sh. Now to insert hash exclamatory. So this is the shebang headers characters, hash and exclamation, then slash bin and slash bash. I'm going to run this in bash. Now I'm going to put pwd and then I'm going to type in ps off. I'm going to type in echo hello world, and then what else you can type in lsl. So I'm just typing in random commands and I'm going to save this. Okay, so this is not the only way you can run the files. So right now it won't run because one, I don't have root privileges, one, it does not have execute permissions. I'm giving execute permissions. Okay, so now it has execute permissions. Now let me try once again. So you can see every single command got executed one by one. So first you can see the present working directory, then you can see the ps command, which showed the entire processes which are running. Then you see hello world, echo, then you can see ls command. So we've run every single command from this script. This is how you start off with the script. Now going back, So we've written a script, we've created a script, we've written a script, we've changed its permission as well as we've executed it. So we've seen writing a shell script. Right now we are introduced to shell script. We understand how a shell script works. There is one more way of running a shell script. So before that, let me just edit this file because I'll get a very big output and I don't want that. Okay, so I just edited it. So right now you can use sh demo2.sh, you get the output, bash demo2.sh, you get the output, /demo2.sh, you get the output. Let's just type in demo2.sh. Let's say it won't work because it's a file and it's not a command. And so these are the different ways of running this particular script. You can also call this script from another file as well. So we'll see that later, or we'll just see it within a second. So demo3.sh /demo2.sh. Now cat demo3.sh is passed. So lsl demo3.sh does not have execute permissions. I'll provide execute permissions. Done. So now let's run this particular script. Sorry. So now you can see it executed the demo2.sh file because it called the demo2.sh file and it ran it. So you can also do this. You can basically do recursion as well, and you can just call yourself within the file. So that will occur. So let's try that. And this. You can see it's an infinite loop. So basically I called the function itself. So whenever it ran, it again called itself and it started executing it. So you can do all these things using shell scripting. So we've seen the introduction to shell scripting. Meet you in the next session.